You're right there guys, welcome back to the channel. So with FUT birthday out, I thought I'd have a look at the squad, see if I wanted to bring in any of those position changes slash upgrade cards, and I've got a selection that I wanted to really give a go and maybe recommend to you guys. Mahrez, Azpilicueta, Kolasinac, you name it, we've brought them into a really nice looking side. It's different, I'll give it that. It is a different team. So if you can leave a like and support the video, that is much appreciated. If you are needing game codes or anything game related, head over to g2a.com, use the code Fuji on that site to get a discount on every single order. And let's find out who we've been using from the FUT birthday squad. So I did warn you guys, I said it was going to look a little bit weird. And just before I forget to mention this, because I know some of you may get a little bit triggered, CDM Mahrez, I had about 2 or 3 drafts before I finished with this squad. So I was intending to use him as a CDM to get chemistry, but in the end I didn't really need to. I could have just played Sissoko there. Ignore that. The FUT birthday cards that we tried out, first one is going to be Kolasinac, 86,000 coins. That is really expensive, but it's a position change that actually suits the card. 6 foot, medium to high work rates. His face stats look solid, and in games, 87 stand tackle, 88 slide, 82 marking, which could be a little bit better, 74 interceptions. I think that's a little bit weak. For a centre back especially, you're wanting like 83, 84. You don't want those balls going through. His pace is very good though. Strength, aggression, stamina. Yeah, decent. Looks like a good card. Right back position. When I saw Azpilicueta involved in the FUT birthday squad, I knew that I wanted to get around to trying him soon because I loved his centre back card. So if there was a way that I could maybe start him as a right wing back and then position him to that central role, that would be awesome. It does suit the card to play him there, but as a right back, that's where I wanted to try him, so I can recommend to you guys to see if you would like to play him there. So 90 stand tackle, 89 slide, aggression is okay, his interceptions, marking, reactions, he looks like a little beast. And in that CDM position, well, I played him as a middle cam. It is Mahrez, 10 games, 4 goals, 4 assists. Oh, doesn't really look that good so far. 4-star weak foot, 5-star skill moves, and his in-games are good, but the 83 finishing just seems a little bit low for my liking. His reactions as well, 79, I don't know why that's low. He has really good agility and dribbling, that's what you really want to do with the card, but if you're focusing on the actual shooting stat, long shots only 80, finishing 83, and his shot power isn't amazing, but it is most definitely playable. We're speaking about Mahrez when we're going to the clips, and then we have Sissoko in the right centre mid position. That's where I played him in a 4-1-2-1-2. I didn't realise he was 6'2". Like, when I last saw him playing for Newcastle, I didn't believe he was 6'2". 10 games, 2 goals, 68,000 coins, which is a reasonable price for that kind of position change. With the pace, that's what you're really wanting to bring Sissoko into your team for, really pace and physicality. His stats though look average, like really bad. His stand, slide tackle, his interceptions are okay. All this guy's got, pace and strength. And a bit of stamina. The rest of it, if you're going through on goal, like 74 finishing with 75 composure, doesn't really look that good. His dribbling is okay. I mean, it's average, so we'll have to find out if he's worth it. And then the last FUT birthday card was Asamoah, 32,000 coins. That's more like it. Very, very cheap, high work rates, and at least this guy can actually defend. Interception, stand tackle, slide tackle, agility, balance. He's offering a lot more than Sissoko, and he's cheaper, but then again, he's not in the Premier League. So that looks like a really good card, but I don't know why they did that to him. Shooting stats are all incredible, apart from his finishing. That's a little silly. So the 4-1-2-1-2 formation is what I decided to rock up to the game with. We had Maradona as the left striker. Van Basten, by the way, 17 games, 17 goals, 10 assists, and that's with me not even trying to force this guy into the play. His long shots are so good, and his finishing, well, he has 97 finishing. He literally doesn't miss for me, and if the gameplay was actually consistent, I wouldn't even mind bringing a Van Basten on the RTG, because when it is smooth, he doesn't feel sluggish on the ball. He's really good to turn, just weave past defenders, and he's not slow. I really like Van Basten. So in that CDM position, we had Savage. Got to continue using that beast, and that is exactly how I played the side. So Mahrez, Asamoah, Sissoko, Azpilicueta, and Kolasinac are the players that we're going to be focusing on right now. Let's go to the clips and find out if any of these I would recommend to you guys. Let's go. So let's start off with the main man, Mahrez. The last version of him that I used, it was the second in form, or the first in form, can't remember. And at the time I was saying that he was fun to use, but he isn't perfect. He's gonna miss, and that's what I was noticing with this FUT birthday card. It still hasn't changed. The inconsistency is there with his finishing. He doesn't have like in the 90s, and it could be the fact that I've been using so many better cards recently. Going back to someone like Mahrez, he's just not good enough to be played at that level in the weekend league. He is fun though. His acceleration is good, dribbling on the ball. That's what you're really going to be bringing Mahrez into your team for. Inside the box though, that was the disappointment. He was missing some sitters, especially those low drivens that you just expect a player like Mahrez to be putting the ball in the back of net with ease. But can he score? For sure he can. It's just really the lack of consistency with the card that, would I say, kills it? Depends what kind of level you want to play at. If you're having fun in divisions, then for sure bring Mahrez in. If you're needing every single goal to go in, or have that percentage and increase that, then Mahrez just isn't worth it. So I'd stay clear of him. He's going to frustrate you a little bit. You've got Asamoah, high work rates. He was a beast actually. He was getting tackles in. His finishing wasn't even that bad. I was surprised. He scored 2 goals in 10 games with, what was it, 63 finishing? Hold on a minute. Yeah, 63 finishing, but his shot power 96, and I mean he was banging them. I liked him, and for 32,000 coins, he's at least a FUT birthday card that you can afford to try. And then if you don't like him, like with someone like Mahrez, me giving you my opinion, I hope that you don't go and buy Mahrez and then waste your coins and don't listen to me, because he is inconsistent. Whereas Asamoah, if you don't want to listen, you can just go and try him out for yourself, because you're not going to lose that much. But when you're spending 100,000 coins on the card, it's best to take a little bit of advice, because otherwise you're just going to lose coins. If you don't like him, then you've lost coins on tax. But Asamoah, yeah, he was a beast, but I don't think he's really that level to be played in the weekend league. You've got Sissoko, that I thought he was alright. His pace was nice in the midfield, tracking back, but then if you're really looking for a player to be breaking up the play, he just doesn't have that actual stand tackle. That's the thing. He's got some really poor stats. 78 stand tackle, it's okay. He's got 74 marking, and in the game when I was switching up to the 4-1-2-1-2, I was all over the place, and it was because of the midfielders that I was using. But Sissoko, like, he's alright. For 60k, he's going to drop in price, so again, it's another player that you guys can try for yourselves. But down to the defence, we've got Azpilicueta. I liked him. He's got good stand tackle. Is he better than a Kyle Walker or a Valencia? He just isn't, because he's lacking that pace. But I would really recommend maybe positioning him, starting off with that 5-back and bringing him into the middle, like have him as a centre back, because that's where he's best played. And I really liked his previous inform. Is there really any difference with the 88? Not that I noticed, but then again, I wasn't playing him as a centre back, so maybe bringing him into that position, I'll notice a few more interceptions, because he'll be in the middle of the pitch to actually connect with the balls instead of just out wide and getting lost. I did like him though, and for 200,000 coins for an 88 rated card in the Premier League, it's not bad. And if you do have the intention of playing him as a centre back, I think it would be worth it. And Kolasinac, overall, I thought he was going to be an absolute beast. Slightly disappointed. He was playable, he was getting tackles in, but just the feel from the card, I'm just going to be perfectly honest with you, I'd much prefer to use Eric Bailly. And that is it. Literally would use Eric Bailly over Kolasinac, but it's a fun position change for you to give a go, but not for 86,000 coins. I think that is far too much. Overpriced, really. So in the end, there are only 2 players I'd actually recommend. The first one is Azpilicueta, and if you have the intention to switch him to a centre-back or CDM role, that's good. As a full-back, he's going to play well there, but the Valencia and Kyle Walker option is just so much better. And then you've got Asamoah. He's a fun, cheap option, and I actually enjoyed him. And if you're going to tell him to stay back, you're probably going to get a little bit more out of the card, because he can break up the play, and he is physical. He's got nice aggression. The other 3, though, Kolasinac, he's just overpriced, and I just don't think that he's offering that much to the team. You've got Sissoko, he's providing really good pace, nice height, and physical play. But if you're really wanting him to get those reliable tackles in, go forward and get goals, yes, he can score, but he's just going to be inconsistent. That's what it comes down to. He's only 81 overall, keep that in mind. And Mahrez, overall, I was disappointed with the card. Really was. And he's someone that would suit me, because I like to dribble, just have fun really with the skills. and his finishing just lets him down. I think that is it. It's his finishing that lets him down. Sometimes he's going to bang those goals in, and most of the time he's going to miss. So that's a little bit unfortunate, but hopefully this video has helped you out and it make up your mind on which players you'd want to try. If you have enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, and I will see you tomorrow for an RTG episode. Thanks for watching. Team out. Peace.